everybody. Welcome back to Keto in the Kitchen with Pat. I'm so glad you stopped by again. That means your keto journey is continuing, and that's a great thing. I have to tell you, before we get started today, I've been doing the keto diet again. COVID kind of threw me off base. I was so disappointed in my weight gain. I gained a lot of the weight that I had lost. I gained it back because I was eating very poorly. I was eating chips and dips and ice cream and all kinds of bad stuff. And so I recommitted to the keto journey. And in the last month and a half, I've lost 10 pounds. So while that's not extremely fast, I've been dealing with some other issues related to blood pressure and diabetes, type 2 diabetes. And so I'm happy to report that things are really going pretty well. And I think the doctors are kind of surprised by how good I am doing. And my blood pressure medicine has been cut in half already. And so I plan to keep on that same path and really nip it in the bud. Let me know how your journey is going. Are you sticking to the keto diet? Are you having some successes? Any failures you want to make a comment below? We always love to hear from you. So today we are going to make something very special. I make it a lot. Quite honestly, I've made it for at least a couple of years, and it's so easy, so tasty, and you're going to be surprised how quick it is to make. It is what I call my keto stir-fry bowl. Join me as we get into the kitchen and get to work and make our keto stir-fry bowl. Okay, everybody, so we are here today. We're making a delicious stir-fry and really requires very simple ingredients, which I like. So my keto family out there, you're going to want to try this one. And what I've done is I've just taken avocado oil. I put about a tablespoon in the bottom of the pan. And you don't need to use avocado oil. You could use olive oil or grapeseed oil, or you could just use no oil at all if your ground beef or your ground pork has enough fat where it's not going to stick to the bottom of the pan. So that was the first step, was just a little oil in the bottom of the pan. I added some cut up onion, and you can see that I made my slices a little bit thicker, not diced, but slices, so that they'll stand out in the dish a little bit. And then I added the meat, and I'm just stirring that, and I'm going to be adding a bit of garlic. So that's the first step. All right, I've waited till the meat is just about browned before adding the garlic to the pan. The reason I do that is the garlic can burn if it's too heated and gets too hot and can taste a bit bitter. So you do want to wait until your onions and your meat are really ready to go. So I'm going to be adding the minced garlic that's in a jar. To me, that's just as easy today, and I'm going to put about a good teaspoon worth of that into the pan and just stir that around in the pan. Get that mixed in there a little bit. Can you hear that delicious sizzle? I wish you could smell how this smells. It is just wonderful. So that's really probably the hardest part of this whole dish, is that what you've just seen, and it's so simple, isn't it? Now you can add more garlic if you'd like, or a little less, depends on your taste buds. So, you know, just give it a sniff with your nose and see if you want more garlic or less. Anyway, if you want less, I guess there's not much you can do. You just have to make a note for next time. Anyway, the next couple of ingredients that we need is some coleslaw. So let me get that. Okay. There's our bag of coleslaw. And everybody out there that knows my recipes, you'll see that I bought a few cucumbers from the grocery. There was a good deal, 79 cents each. So I got 5 cucumbers. I can't wait to make some more cucumber salad. That'll go with this dish, actually. So we have a bag of coleslaw. All I have to do is open that bag. and pour it into the pan. Okay, so I opened the bag of coleslaw and I dumped the entire bag into the pan. And that's a mountain of coleslaw. But like spinach, well, not quite the same as spinach, but similar to spinach, it'll cook down a little bit and it will not be as big in the pan. So I did start with a pretty big sized pan, but some of that will cook down so it won't be quite the mountain it was. So let's let that cook down just a little bit, stir and fry. All right, we're just going to take a look here at carbs on the bag of coleslaw. And as you can see, a serving size is 1.5 cups. So that's a nice size serving. I mean, 1.5 cups is going to be pretty nice on the plate. And 20 calories for 1.5 cups? Wow, you just can't beat that, can you? 0 fat, so you'll have to get your fat if you're looking to do full keto from another source. Maybe you want to have an avocado with the dish, or maybe some keto flatbread with a good portion of butter. So 5 grams of carbs, 2 grams of dietary fiber, and 3 grams of sugar. So, you know, you're looking at per 1.5 cups of 3 grams of carbohydrate net. So you can see that that's really going to be a really good keto, even paleo type of meal, and it will help you on your journey to weight loss. Woohoo! That's the best part. Anyway, back to stirring up the stir fry. Then we'll add the final couple ingredients and be ready to go. Okay, so you can see that this is really getting a little bit more in control in the pan. It's starting to cook down a little bit. One thing you want to make sure of with this dish is when you select a pan, be sure to select a pan that's going to be able to hold a whole bag of coleslaw. That's your main consideration. So while you may have a small amount of ground beef and think that you could just use a smaller type of pan, it's not going to fit that full bag of coleslaw. So that's your consideration. And as you can see, this is a pretty large pan. And it really is a good size for this kind of cooking. So just keep stirring. Make sure all of the bits of coleslaw get a little bit of good cook on them. And then you're going to want to add some salt and pepper to the dish. So I would say for this size coleslaw, you're probably looking to add about 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of salt. I use pink Himalayan salt and a good grind of pepper. So, you know, you'll be able to judge that yourself. But if you need a little bit more, you can always add more salt and pepper. You can't take it away, of course. So we're just about ready to add our final couple of ingredients. And again, here comes our famous rice vinegar. It has 0 carbohydrates and 0 sugar. So we don't have any worries there. And again, we're going to add 1 tablespoon to start. If we need to add a little bit more than that, we can. And you can use soy sauce, but I choose for my dish, and you can go either way, but I like the Bragg's liquid aminos. And they're very keto friendly. This is a total of less than 1 gram of carbohydrate. Less than 1 gram of carbohydrate. So it's 0 fat, less than 1 gram of protein, less than 1 gram of carbohydrate. And there's no preservatives, no alcohol. I just think that the ingredients are really solid. So they're great for the keto diet. And again, we're going to start with 1 tablespoon of the liquid aminos. So tablespoon and a tablespoon, and we'll add a little bit more if we feel the taste is requiring a little bit more. The other 2 ingredients that are totally optional, although I do like to add toasted sesame seed and then some chopped up green onion. And I don't normally have green onion unless I'm making the cucumber salad like a fiend lately. And so I keep a supply on hand. So I've just chopped up some some scallions or green onions. But that'll come at the very end when we're ready to serve. Okay, so let's get a close-up of how that looks right now. Since the coleslaw has all cooked down, we've got a delicious looking dish there, as you can see. And that is really tasty. I did taste it just to make sure that I didn't need to add more salt, pepper, or liquid aminos, or any more rice vinegar. Now, please be aware, I used 2 tablespoons of liquid aminos, and I used 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar. But I went a little shy on the 2nd tablespoon of rice vinegar. So 2 tablespoons of liquid aminos and about 1.5 tablespoons of the rice vinegar, because it's a little bit strong, so you can always add a little bit more. Again, taste and see what you think. But I think it's just delicious. So I'm ready to plate that up, and then we'll serve in just a moment. So here we go, keto family. This is a dish that's fit for a king, a queen, or any prince or princesses. I think the children would really love it as well. And so I've topped it with the scallions and a bit of that toasted sesame. And then that will go with anything you'd like it to go with. I bought a delicious looking watermelon at the store, and I'm ready to cut that up, and that will go really delicious with this meal. And you could have a cucumber salad with it. You could have a lettuce salad with it. I mean, it's just left to your own imagination. And the Parmesan garlic flatbread would also go heavenly with this. So I hope you do try it. Let me know in the comments below. Please like and share this video. Sharing is so important. Share it if you like it. Share it, share it, share it. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Give it a thumbs up. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Keto in the Kitchen with Pat. Have a great day.